Hi all, a very happy morning to all the viewers who are watching this video. Happy morning Karthik, happy morning Madhu. We'll wait for the next 2 minutes of time before we start with our class. Hi Venki, happy morning. Satish, Swaroop, happy morning sir. Someshwar Reddy, happy morning. Now before we start the class as usual, please check for any audio or video issues sir. Let me know if you are facing any audio or video issues. Happy morning Prem. Great morning, Ramesh. Yes, it is very clearly audible for Satish. Shrikant, happy morning, sir. Now, how many of you watching this video today has attended my yesterday's class on permutation and combination? Please comment in the live chat how many of you have attended yesterday's class. Hi Guru, happy morning. I am fine, sir. Thank you. How are you? Yes, Karthik has attended. I remember Prem Kumar has attended. Shiva, happy morning, sir. No, Sai Mukesh has not attended. Swaroop has attended yesterday. Now, people who has attended yesterday's class, if you remember, we discussed two varieties of questions in permutation combinations. Close to around, if I am not wrong, how many questions we discussed yesterday? We discussed 37 questions yesterday's class, right? From 5:30 to 9 o'clock, we kept on discussing question by question by question, variety by variety by variety, for the last 3.5 hours from 5:30 to 9 o'clock yesterday evening. We discussed a couple of varieties which are very frequently asked in some of the bank PO examinations, or maybe some of the SSC examinations, or any other government examinations for that matter, right? Some of the questions whatever we have discussed is also of cat level. Some of the questions are cat level, some of the questions are original cat questions also, what we have discussed in yesterday's class. Today in morning session I will be covering the third variety of question which will be asked in permutation and combination, and this third variety of question is slightly easier than the first and second varieties whatever we discussed yesterday, right? It is comparatively easy compared to first and second varieties whatever we have discussed yesterday. That means if you have attended yesterday's class, probably this class of today's will be very easy for you to understand. Even if you have not attended yesterday's class also, still most of the questions whatever I discussed today in third variety of questions, this will be easy, right? Third variety is basically easy concept itself. Not many very difficult questions or very tricky questions will come in this third variety, but let us see how best we can make it even more easy compared to it being already easy. Right now, let us start with the class. Let us not waste too much of time. We will solve so close to around good 25 to 30 questions in today's session, morning session, and then we will see what best can be done today evening. If possible, I'll take the class or I might not take the class. That we will decide upon later, sir. But as of now, we will see what best can be done. Right now, see here. Today, now we are discussing the third variety of questions which can be asked in permutation and combinations, and this kind of questions are based on NCR. I believe that you already know the meaning of NCR or the definition of NCR. NCR refers to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial, right? N factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial, and I am sure that you all know these values. nc1 is equal to n, and suppose for example I want nc2, it is n into n minus 1 by 2, right? nc2 value is n into n minus 1 by 2. I am sure that you already know all these values, right? So ncr is nothing but out of total n objects, out of total n objects, I am interested in selecting only the r objects. If I want to select r objects out of total n objects, that is represented as ncr, right? In all our problems in today's sessions, we will make use of this notation called as ncr, which will keep coming in our problems, and we need to simplify by using the definition called as ncr is given by n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. This is something which you need to know before we start the session. And as I told you in yesterday's class itself, you should know all these values. Preferably it is better to know all these values rather than wasting your time in calculating these values in your examination. 0 factorial is 1, 1 factorial is also 1, 2 factorial is 2 into 1, which is 2, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6, 3 into 2 into 1 is 6, 4 factorial is 24, 5 factorial is 24 into 5, 120, 6 factorial is 120 into 6, 720, and 7 factorial is 720 into 7, which is 5040. Minimum you should know the value till 7 factorial, so that the questions are simplifying in your examinations with respect to the calculations part will be little fast, right? Otherwise we will unnecessarily waste time in calculating 7 factorial value at that point of a time, right? Which is actually very important in that particular class or in that particular examination hall, right? We will make use of all these notations in our today's class to solve some questions which are relatively easy compared to yesterday's class. I am not telling that they are easy, I am telling that they are relatively easy, right? Now listen to this carefully, sir. I am drafting the first question of today's class. We'll start with very elementary question, direct straightforward question I am drafting. We will see how best can this straightforward question keep on revolving into different varieties of questions, and then we will have that, right? Listen to this carefully, sir. I am drafting the first question of today's class. See here, it's a very easy question to start with. Suppose this is your question. Your question is, from a group of 15 students, right? From a group of 15 students, 6 are to be chosen for a competition, right? From a group of 15 students, 6 are to be chosen for a competition. In how many ways can this be done, right? I am sure that most of the people know the answer already. It's a very straightforward question. Totally there are 15 students. Out of 15 students, I need to select any 6 students, right? Because 15 students, I need to select 6 students. They are not telling which 6 students need to be selected. They are telling that 6 students need to be selected. Out of 15, select any 6 for the competition. It is 15C6. Now see here, 2 or 3 problems. Let us understand how to solve these values. Now see here, 15C6 is 15 into 15, okay, let me write it once. 15C6 is NCR is n factorial divided by n minus r. 15 minus 6 is 9 factorial into r factorial is 6 factorial. Now see here, let us understand something from this calculation. It is 15 into 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 into next comes the 9 factorial, right? Next is the 9 factorial. I will stop at this point and I will divide by 9 factorial into 6 factorial is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, right? Why did I stop at 9 factorial? Because I can cancel this 9 factorial. 6 into 2 is 12. It is cancelled with 12. 5 into 4, right? Or 5 into 1, 5 into 2. This is cancelled. Again 4 into 3 is also 12, which also could could have been cancelled, or I can also cancel with 3 into 1, 3 into 5. So this again becomes 4 into 1. 4 into 1, 2 into 1, 2 into 2, this is 7 times. Now you are left with 5 into 7 into 13 into 11. I should multiply all these values. 5 into 7 into 13 into 11. This becomes 55 into 91. 91 into 55. If I simplify, I will get the answer as 5005. Right? Now see here. We are doing all these calculations. Instead of doing all these calculations, let us check what is the best methodology that can be implemented instead of doing all these calculations. Now listen carefully, sir. I am getting a value 15C6, right? I am getting a value 15C6. In the upper part, the value is 15. In the below part, the value is 6, right? In the upper part, the value is 15. The below part, value is 6. 15 and 6, they are not co-prime to each other, right? They are not co-prime. What is the meaning of co-prime? The meaning of co-prime is nothing but the HCF of 15 and 6 should be 1. But HCF of 15 and 6 is not equal to 1. They both are divisible by some other number called as 3. So therefore the HCF is not 1. HCF for 15 and 6 is 3, right? When the two numbers are not co-prime to each other, take a prime number which is below 15, right? What are the prime numbers which are below 15? The prime numbers which are below 15 are 13 and 11. That means whatever the answer that you are getting, that answer should be a multiple of 13. That is the reason it is 13 into something. So 5005 will definitely be a multiple of 15. Or in other words, whatever the answer that you are getting, that answer should be a multiple of 11. Definitely 5005 is a multiple of 11. Divisibility rule of 11. Yesterday I told you that sum of the odd places 5 plus 0 is equal to sum of the even places 0 plus 5. That means instead of wasting your time in writing all these things in your examination and then simplifying, what is the best thing is, when two numbers are not co-prime to each other, take a prime number before 15. The prime numbers before 15 are 13 and 11. Till when should I take it till 15 minus 6. 15 minus 6 is 9, because 9 factorial will cancel. Whatever the prime numbers which are coming before 9 or maybe after 9 before 15, it will be a multiple of those numbers. I hope it is clear. That is the reason I solved this question, to show you that this will be a multiple, because 13 will not cancel with any other number. 11 also will not cancel with any other number. I believe it is clear, sir. Clear, right, everyone? Now this is one way of doing. Other way of doing is, instead of writing this 9 factorial and then wasting our time cancelling all these things, see here, I already told you, Praveen, co-prime is nothing but the HCF should be 1. 15 and 6 HCF is not 1, right? HCF is not equal to 1. Therefore take the prime number before 15, right? Therefore take it. What if they are co-prime? Let us see in coming problem. Now see here, suppose I want to calculate 15C6. Instead of writing that it is 15 factorial by 15 minus 6 is 9 factorial and then r factorial is 6 factorial, and then simplifying like the way I did here, right? Now see here, very logical or very easy way of understanding. What you do is 15 minus 6. 15 minus 6 is how much? 15 minus 6 is 9. That means I know that 15 minus 6 is 9. So what I will do is, I will write this numerator after 9 till this number 15. Or in other words, when I keep writing 15 factorial as 15 into 14 into 13 etc., when I get a 9, I will not write that. I fear that number 9 in this example, right? So I will write only till 10. I will not write that 9, because as I told you in my previous explanation, 9 factorial and 9 factorial will cancel out anyway. That is the reason I am not writing. When you stop at 10, this is automatically ruled out, and then write the factorial of 6 factorial. 6 factorial is 6 into 120. 12 into 10 cancels with 120, and then further simplify, you will get the same answer. I hope it is clear, sir. As we proceed with more and more questions, you will understand how beautifully you can simplify the questions so that you will not waste too much of time in calculations. Sometimes calculations will take time. Sometimes by using smarter approach, you might eliminate some of the answer options and get the answers little fast. Excuse me. Okay, Praveen is asking what if they are co-prime. That also we will see it, sir. He is not asking what is co-prime. He is asking what if they are co-prime. That also we will see. See the next question. Now please see this question, sir. Now see here, this is the question. The question is, in how many ways, a committee consisting of five men and six women can be formed from 8 men and 10 women. That means they are saying that there are 8 men who are there and there are 10 women who are there. From these 8 men and 10 women, I need to form a committee consisting of 5 men and 6 women. Right? I need to form a committee consisting of 5 men and 6 women. Very, very straightforward question again. Can I write it as out of 8 men, select any 5 men for the committee. Out of 8 men, select any 5 men for the committee. And is nothing but multiplication. Right? And is nothing but multiplication. Women. Out of 10 women. Out of 10 women, select any 6 women for the committee. Right? Out of 10 women, select any 6 women for the committee. This should be the answer. But I need to simplify this to get the final answer. Let me again simplify. 8 factorial. Can I say that 8 minus 5 is 3? Right? 8 minus 5 is 3. Now, you are getting the difference smaller than this 5. Right? 3 is smaller than 5. So, what I will do is I will do it in a normal way for you to understand initially. So, it is 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 5 is 3 factorial into 5 factorial. Now, can I say that I should cancel this 5 factorial means I will write till 6 and I will stop it so that this 5 factorial can be neglected. Right? What I am saying is 8 into 7 into 6 divided by into 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial will cancel. I will only write 3 factorial 6. Right? I believe it is clear, sir. Don't write and cancel and waste your time. Directly cancel them without your notice only. Right? Into. They are also having one more term. 10c6. So 10 minus 6 is 4. So you are getting the difference less than this 6. So stop at 7. Because 6 factorial, let it cancel. It is 10 into, let me write it here itself. So it becomes here 10 factorial. I am just showing for 2-3 problems so that you will be much more comfortable in the coming problems. 10 factorial by 10 minus 6 factorial into 6 factorial. If I simplify, it is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. That 6 factorial in the numerator cancels with 6 factorial in the denominator. This is 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2. Right? Now see here. As I told, Praveen, this is for you, sir. This is your doubt. What if they are co-prime to each other? See here. First value. 8c5 is co-prime to each other, right? 8 and 5 are co-prime to each other because the HCF of 8 and 5 is nothing but 1. They are not divisible by any other number other than 1. Whenever two numbers are co-prime to each other, answer will be the multiple of the upper part. That means the upper part here is 8. Answer will be a multiple of 8. If you want, check it out. This 6 will cancel. So you are left with 8. Answer will be a multiple of 8. So 8 into 7 is 56. Here, as I already told you, now if I simplify this, 4 into 2 cancels with 8. 3 into 3 times it will go. Now, 10 and 6 are not co-prime to each other. Whenever two numbers are not co-prime to each other, take a prime number which is less than 10. What is a prime number less than 10? And it should be greater than 6 also, right? The prime number less than 10 and greater than 6, the only prime number is 7. Answer should be a multiple of 7. Yes, 7 is still here only, still 7 is not cancelled. So 10 into 3 30, 30 into 7 is 210. So your answer is 56 into 210. Simplify that, you will get the answer. I believe it is clear, sir. 56 into 210, answer should be 11760. I hope everyone is clear. In fact, you need not do 8 into 7 and 10 into 3 into 7 to get the answer. As I already told, 8C5 means answer should be a multiple of 8. Check out with the answer options. The divisibility rule of 8 is last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. 266. Is it divisible by 8? 266 anyway, it's the last 3 digits. Check it out. Is 266 divisible by 8? Check it out, sir. 266 will not be divisible by 8. Next value is 5040. 040 is the last 3 digits. It is divisible by 8. 760 is the last 3 digit in the third option. That is also divisible by 8. 400 is the last 3 digit. That is also divisible by 8. That means from this logic you can only eliminate one of the options here. Then go for the next one. Answer should also be a multiple of 7 from the second case. From there, check it out. Definitely some questions will be there where you will eliminate 3 options out of 4 options. You will be left with only one option. In that case, you can eliminate all these simplifications and save your time in the examination. I believe that it is clear, sir. Answer should be a multiple of 8. Answer should also be a multiple of 7. In fact, just to tell you, 56 into 210, you got it. Don't multiply 56 and 210 and waste your time. Now see here, think logically. It is ending with 0. Answer should also end with 0. In that case also, first option is ruled out. Think logically. 56 into 200. 56 into 2 is 112, right? 56 into 2 is 112. That means 56 into 200 itself is 11200. That means answer should be closer to 11200. It cannot be less than 11200. It cannot be too much more than 11200. So this should be the answer. No need to simplify the actual values also by looking into the answer options sometimes. That is the reason so many times I told you that answer options will actually give you the biggest clues in so many cases. Please make use of answer options so that you will solve it little faster way. I hope it is clear, sir. Telling this 8C5 into 10C6, telling that value, reading the question, that is hardly in 2-3 seconds. But simplifying from there is what it matters a lot. So many students will take a lot of time simplifying that and they will waste time. You need not do this, is what they am saying. Next question. Next one. Slowly we will understand the pattern of questions. Even though some questions are easy, you will understand the flow of the class. Every question will connect the dot to the next question. That is how the questions are created. Easy will become moderate and then intermediate. Like that we will do it. Now see here. Your next question is, from a group of 5 men and 6 women, there are 5 men and there are 6 women. 5 persons are to be selected to form a committee. In how many ways can it be done? Now, in the previous question, they are saying that from this many men and women, I should select these many men and women. Right? Now, they are saying that 5 persons are to be selected. I am least bothered about whether those 5 persons are all male or 5 persons are all female or 5 persons is a combination of male and female. Right? Because they are not mentioning anything about gender. So, you can combine all these things. Totally how many people are there? Totally 11 people are there. 5 plus 6. Out of total 11 people, select any 5 people to form a committee. Answer is 11C5. but you should know how to calculate 11C5 in a faster way. One of the ways of doing is 11 and 5 are co-prime to each other. Because 11 and 5 are co-prime to each other, answer will be the what is that, multiple of the upper part. That means answer will definitely be a multiple of 11, right? Answer will definitely be a multiple of 11. Check out from the answer options. If you have only one option which is a multiple of 11, solve it, right? Suppose if you want to solve it, now see here, 11 minus 5 is 6. So don't write 6. From 11 start writing till 7. Don't write 6. 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. That 6 factorial will cancel. Denominator is 5 factorial, which is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. If I simplify this further, this becomes, can I say that 5 into 2 is 10, cancels with the 10. So 4 into 1, 4 into 2. 3 into 1, 3 into 3. So this is 11 into 3 into 2 into 7. As I already said once again, so it should be a multiple of 11. Therefore, it is 11 into something, right? It should be a multiple of 11. Can I say that 11 into 6 into 7? 6 into 7 is 42, right? So answer is 42 into 11. 42 into 10 is 420. 42 into another one is 42. For 420, add 42. Answer is 462. Right? Answer is 462. Now see here. Because the correct answer is 462, definitely 462 will also be one of your answer option. I already initially only said that answer should be a multiple of 11. Suppose out of 4 options, if there is only one option which is a multiple of 11, so that you can mark it directly instead of doing all these calculations and wasting our time. What is the divisibility rule of 11? Sum of the odd places should be equal to sum of the even places. Odd places is 4 plus 2, 6. Even place is also 6. So sum of odd places is equal to sum of even place. Therefore, it is a multiple of 11. Now think little logically, sir. I wrote it as 11 multiple, but think logically, what is the next multiple of 11 before it? Next in the sense before is what I am talking. From 11 minus 5 is 6, right? 11 minus 5 is 6. Now, before, after 6 and before 11, what is the other prime number? The other prime number other than 11 is 7. Answer will also be a multiple of 7. Therefore, 7 is existing in this calculation if you observe carefully, right? Answer is a multiple of 11. Answer is also a multiple of 7. That means, suppose there is another option. Suppose you have another option which is a multiple of 7, right? Which is a multiple of 11 in fact, right? Which is a multiple of 11. Then check whether that is a multiple of 7 or not. If one of them is not a multiple of 7, then you can ignore it and you can go with the next question. I believe it is clear, sir. You can solve some of the calculations much more better by using answer option, right? Multiple rule is fall better is what Sushant says, and that is what I also suggest, right? Answer should be a multiple of 11. Before 11 and after 6, the another prime number is 7. Answer should also be a multiple of 7. I believe everyone is clear, sir. Praveen, is it clear, sir? Praveen asked me a question. What if they are co-prime? I told you what if they are co-prime also. I hope it is clear. Next question. Writing that NCR form is very easy, but calculation is something what I want to tell you people. That is the reason mainly this class is happening today. Other than that, it is very easy class. Third session or third variety of problems is very easy, but I want you to tell you how to calculate it in a faster way. Next one. Next one. What is the question we solved right now, sir? From a group of 5 men and 6 women. Okay. See the next question. Now, slight change in the question from the previous question, but I am sure that you all know how to solve this. Now see here. Question is, from a group of 7 men and 6 women, there are 7 men and there are 6 women. 5 persons are to be selected to form a committee. Suppose if that was the only question, right? Suppose if that was the only question, from a group of 7 men and 6 women, 5 persons are there, 5 persons are needed to form a committee. If that was the only question, totally 7 plus 6 is 13. Out of 13 people, select any 5. That would have been the answer. But the condition is there saying that, read the next statement, 5 persons are there. I need to select 5 people out of the 7 and 6 men and women respectively, such that at least 3 men are there on the committee. That means out of these 5